Hey, and welcome to day 2 of 30 Days of Vision. Um, Vision is something that really drives me, and I hope that as we unfold our vision here at Youth For Christ Roxboro, that you'll become ignited and excited by it too. The thing about a vision is it needs to be something that is God ordained, God ordered, and God empowered. And for it to be a godly vision, it's almost like it's got to be something that's so big that you could not accomplish it without God's help, yet so identifiable and so easy to understand that any person who decides to take part in the vision can actually be a part of helping be used of God to accomplish it. So, we're piggybacking from yesterday. That's where I'm at. Just thinking about the 50 million teenagers in the United States alone. Uh, no way in the world. There's no way in the flesh. There's no way under our own steam we can reach 50 million kids. It's no way that we can share the gospel with 50 million people with our paltry budgets, our weak knees, our feeble voices. But here's what we can do. Here's what we can do. We can say, yes, God, with your help, nothing is impossible. And on top of that, God, with you helping me, I can share the gospel. I can disciple a kid right here where I am. And that's the other part about the vision. I really want to move into the mission in the next couple of days, but there's something in the vision that really, truly intrigues me. And that is part of our vision is to reach every kid. But what do we do when we reach them? We want to lead them to make informed decisions. That means we need informed Christians. We need informed Christians who will share their life. It's not an event. It is a lifelong sharing. And Youth for Christ, they have a training called 3 Story. It's something we need to bring to Roxboro. But I think we can practice it without the training. It's when we listen to their story, when we share our story, and more importantly, when we share the story of God. Uh, this is where our vision is so big, but it's also where the rubber meets the road. It means that you got to be willing to be informed yourself. You got to be willing to have a walk with God, and then more importantly, you got to be willing to share your walk with others. This is a lifestyle and a lifetime of ministry, and that's our vision. We don't want to be known as a group that has events that moves from one thing to the other. That we have clubs. If our clubs aren't just the pieces that we use to introduce us to kids, where then we build and maintain and grow in relationships with these young people, then we're failing. And I tell you, we're failing in our vision when our clubs are over or on pause, say for the holidays, and ministry stops. That's a great sign we're failing our vision because our vision is to reach every kid. It's not to connect with them one time or to say something to them one time, but it's to really reach them. Every kid, go after every kid. And so that begins with moments, events, clubs, but it really happens as we seek to show them our life. And it's not just giving helping them make an informed decision, but it's seeing it through into they are a vibrant member, an important part of a local congregation. And man, I get so tired of hearing people complain about churches. You want to change a church, then you be the change. And if you want to change other churches, then be a disciple who calls other disciples to walk with you and watch them get in other churches and see God use them to seed disciples in other places. It's really a ripple effect. So let me back up. Our vision is to reach every kid. So that's so big and so broad, and I'm so encouraged by its enormity that I know for a fact that if God's not involved, we're never going to get it done. Never. But with God involved, it's possible. And then the other part of it is, if our vision is for 50 million kids, and if it's so big only God can do it, then what are me and you doing? We're just saying yes to God here. We're saying yes to God in our neighborhoods, yes to God in our town. We're saying yes to God every time we deal with a young person and share our lives with them. And you know what? Rather than complaining about local churches, be the change. Let God live himself out through you. Just as Galatians chapter 2 verse 20 says, I'm crucified with Christ, and yet I live, but not I. Christ lives in me. Be the change in your church. Be the change in the kid. Show them Jesus in the flesh. Friends, this is how we take this huge vision of every kid and every people group all over the world, and we make it our own by sharing with the kid next door, sharing with the kid at club, sharing with the kid at the warehouse. Guys, we can pursue this vision. We can do it, and we can watch local churches become more dynamic by the work of the Spirit. We can watch them grow, and we can see the kingdom. We can see the kingdom here on earth. God wants to use us as salt and light. Oh Lord, shake us and spread us and send us into the darkness. And God, give us the courage to live out the vision one kid at a time. Hey guys, thanks for listening. I look forward to installment number 3 tomorrow.